Hello, beautiful friends. I'm excited to do this one. It is slightly intimidating because waterfalls are, I think just water in general can be intimidating, but we already did it here, so I know we can do it. If you're new around here, I do watercoloring books with my pre-drawn outlines on high quality watercolor paper, and then video tutorials that go with each page. So this is my National Parks book. There's 21 beautiful outlines that we do together. So today we are doing the Cuyahoga Valley in Ohio. I really don't know if I said that right. So reading was never my specialty, TBH, but here we are. Okay, yeah, let's get going. So if you don't have the book already, it is available on my website. I will link it in the comments. And then I also have this 24 color paint palette that I absolutely love, and then paintbrushes. Comes in a set of 5 or 6 depending on when you buy this. I am updating my brushes. They're gonna look the same, they're just gonna be slightly higher quality, but even these, like, I love. So there we go. I'm gonna use the size 12. You can buy it in a bundle or by itself. So here we go. Let's do the waterfall first, and then we can come in with the greenery to pop afterwards. So I kind of want to just find like a light. We're going to leave some white space, but I'm going to have some white here. And you don't you don't have to use white with watercolor. With any color, you can just add water and that will dilute your color down. But I like the creaminess that the white brings. But we're going to grab some of this blue. My blue has some green in it from the last painting we did. So here we go. Some of that. That's gonna be my blue. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna treat it very similar to clouds, where we're gonna just do like little tiny, oh, I forgot, I need a paper towel. I like to fold mine in quarters. This is really helpful with water control to always have one of these on hand. Okay, so we're gonna start up here and just gonna do some like this, kind of to show that like there's water up and then it's falling. And then you grab your brush and you clean it off, and you can pick some of that off because you don't want it to be straight white. I'm just kind of dropping that. This is called, like, we're lifting right now. There we go. So that's kind of what I envision for the majority. And this is pretty fast moving. So there's a lot of like bubbly areas. So we have some white sections, or some like sections that are more thick, and then there are some sections that are just like you're dabbing to show the effect of like splashes. So we're gonna do that here. And then towards the sides is gonna be more like some vertical motions like that. Awesome. And if you want to come in with a clean brush again and just smooth some of that out, fluff it up a little. We can come in with the contrast of the rock at the end. I just want to get the bubbles. I'm gonna come in here. And then again, I have a QR code that you can scan on the inside of the cover that sends you to the playlist of tutorials, but also to the reference images. So like you'll have my finished painting that you can print off and have right next to you. And you can just print all of them off so that you don't have to like come back to the computer all the time. But you see how I'm just like adding some shaded areas. And this is gonna come all the way, and then some will like have more of a falling motion. There's so much water here. This is gonna be more shaded, but it is still water. Okay, and then same here. This whole area is like dropping, so it's gonna be just like this. Doing a dabbing method more towards this side of things, and then it'll get more fluffy outwards. Okay, and then this is where you can do the same thing where you kind of like grab a clean brush and you drag that color out, leaving some white areas. I have my white. If you're running out, you can just mix more over here in the mixing palette. Same thing here. So now we're gonna come in with a brown. I'm gonna add some black to it and some blue because I don't want it so red toned. Using this bottom blue. Okay, and I am diluting it down quite a bit because there is dark areas, but I want this to kind of blend in with this, so I'm adding some sections here, but also like I want it to look like there's still water falling here, so it's blending together a little bit. I'm gonna pull that color down a little bit because I want that to be, that top section to be water. And then dropping in some sections here to show that there's some rocks, that it's over top, but I don't want it dark. I want it very light. And then while it's still here, we're grabbing a clean brush and making this more floaty, which means you're kind of just grabbing water and diluting those edges down to where they're less right in your face. Some of this is coming upwards. And then lifting that off a little. Awesome. Out here. And then this blue color again down here, we're doing some splashes. Okay, and then the water has like a little bit of a brown tint to it, which I just used this brown and then I added some of this darker color that we had. And right around these splashes here, I'm adding this and cleaning that brush off and making the water as we get closer more diluted and leaving some white areas for splashes. And you can even come in with this blue that we have. A little bit of blue in here, maybe. And even that's more dark than I want, so I'm lifting it off with the paper towel and going to blend that out. Awesome. And if we want to, we can add in like some darker sections, leaving some white space to show there's a step right there. Same with over here. This is gonna make the water really have a contrast to the rock. So wherever it's showing, we're making it a little darker. See how even that is making it come more to life? Coming in here. This whole area is gonna be more shaded because of the leaves. Coming in here, this is a shadow. Coming right up to the line that I've made for you. This texture is really beautiful. This area is also a shadow, so you can just fill it in. Okay, I'm adding gray to this brown that we already have and bringing it up into this rock. Right up, touching the shadow. This will most likely be covered up by trees. I just want the base color. This is gonna be greenery. Right here's greenery. Okay, and then while that's drying, we could use this darker color, come in here. This is a shadow as well. Just adding some texture to our rock. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of like orange into up here. I don't want it so loose because our water, I want that to be the center of attention. Now we can mix our greens, and I think this is when it's really gonna come to life. Actually, we can bring this gray down into here. So this is a rock as well, right here. Awesome. Maybe like even just dropping the lines across here. And then cleaning your brush off. And pulling some of that up towards a little bit more loose and drags that color down, but you still get that line just like that. All right, and these greens are pretty vibrant, so we're gonna start with a light green and then we're gonna do like a middle shade and a dark. So we could even just pull straight from this guy. Fourth one down. And then if we want another green, we can pull from this one, put it over here. And I'm gonna add a tiny bit of purple because I just don't love the straight out of the tube greens. Okay, so now we have two shades and then a third if we just want to pull straight from that. So first thing, we pull from this green and we're gonna do back here first. And up top is where the sun's hitting it the most, and then these greens are gonna be a little bit more diluted, or not diluted, more dark and more neutral. So all you're doing is doing some really pretty dabs. You can leave some white areas to show some reflection. And I did like have some sun showing through, so that's what that is. The next color. And like some of these white areas, we can come in and put some sky in there too. Coming down to this line, and I think we are gonna do a dark, dark green for this one. And if you don't see like the dimension yet, that's okay. We can come back in and make some more detail on the ones that are further forward or closer to us. I am gonna grab a green and start mixing one over here that's really dark. So I'm adding this green, black, and it's like more blue than I want, so I'm gonna grab some yellow and put it in there. we're really just doing the same technique here and then bringing it over into this area too. So we can meet back up. I'm kind of just adding in really dark areas, really light areas, keeping it interesting with these greens. Okay, this is so pretty. Now what we're gonna do is right here is more brown. So we're probably just gonna grab this brown that we already have. If you forgot it, it's this third one, and then we're gonna add a little bit of black to bring it over. Gonna just do this here, leaving some white space where that greenery is. Just like this. And then the last thing that we're gonna do is add in some sky and the tree trunks where you can see them. So I'm gonna mix this lighter blue right here with a little bit of this. So these two. And we're going to just place it straight in here. Careful, like what I just did, not to put your wrist in any of the greenery that you just did. I'm just filling this in. And if you want to get right up to the greens, you can. If you want to leave some white space, you can do that too. But you do want the contrast of where the waterfall starts and the sky, so be careful not to mix those. I'm just getting right up there on that line. See, I think that's so beautiful. And then if you want to add some like sky poking through some of this greenery, you totally can. And then we have our brown coming in. And if you want to add like little branches anywhere, you can do that too. But I think this turned out so pretty. I was so intimidated at first, but it turned out really, really beautiful. I hope you're proud of it. And if you are, I want to hear about it. If you had questions I didn't cover, let me know in the comments, send me an email or a message. I am here to help, and I'll see you next time.